Compatibility is one of the things that you watch out for in marriage. When two people are compatible, they flow together easily and there is less friction in the relationship. When one person is failing in an aspect, the other can stand in the gap and cover up for the lapses. Compatibility also means that they share the same ideas and have the same values in life, which are easy to work together. Two people who can work together in synchrony are just perfect for each other and should go ahead in a relationship, provided that other things are in place. There should be compatibility in the various aspects of their lives, which includes the question of their faith, how to run their finances, their different disposition and temperaments, and other little things. They don't necessarily have to like the same things or possess the same temperament, but they should be able to complement each other's and be one that will not create conflict along the way. Even before we were born, God has plans for us as individuals. Everyone has a mission, which he or she is here on earth to fulfill. Many times, these assignments would require that we invoke one or more people to achieve those things and execute the assignment successfully. It could be business partners, workers in your employ, a co-missionary, and so on. While some of these people will only be there for a while, some are meant to be part of your life for a very long time. One of the latter will be your spouse, and that is why you must marry someone who has the same vision that you do, or is at least willing to support you in that assignment that you have set your heart to do. If God wants to bring two people together, or is in support of their relationship, one of the signs that would be noticed is that they would be working towards the same things. They would have the same direction such that one would not end up dragging the other or have a conflict arise at the end of the day. So, there has to be agreement on different things, but very importantly, goals and visions. Two people who claim to be in love and can do anything for each other, but have different interests, goals, and visions in life are not perfect for each other. And it's only a matter of time before the feelings wane and their differences begin to cause a rift that only becomes bigger with time. God is the master planner, and whatever he does is perfect. If he's bringing two people together, it is because they each have a role to play in the other's life. Jacob and Rachel were both in the business of caring for flocks. He was a shepherd, and she was a shepherdess. It must have been one of the reasons he was attracted to her, apart from her beauty, and why he continued to love her so much even when she did not bear him sons. They had something in common apart from the bedroom. It's just a perfect fit when two people can work together to achieve a purpose. It means God is involved in that relationship. However, it does not mean that they have to do the same things or be in the same profession. What matters is that one way or the other, they can find a common ground and fit into the big picture in the grand scheme of things. As said earlier, they do not have to possess the same skills, but it should be such that it complements the other and eventually produces results. What stronger force could there be than two people who love each other and are passionate about the same cause? Of course, that's a big sign that God wants those two people together. They would be able to do more and achieve great things, as we see in the case of Aquila and Priscilla, who were both tent makers and were equally passionate about spreading the gospel. It's just the perfect match. For any relationship that will lead to marriage to work and be a complete success, there must be shared love between the two individuals involved. No two people should have to marry when they do not love each other or are not attracted to each other at the very least. One of the signs that God wants two people to be together is that he creates a mutual affection in the heart of the individuals, such that it is very easy for them to connect and have a great relationship going. The passion, the attraction, the romance, the sacrifices, faithfulness are all part of what makes up love in a relationship. And the best thing is that it is not one-sided. There is synchrony and harmony made possible by the concerted efforts of each individual concerned. If one person is reluctant to be with the other, is always seeking one excuse or the other to escape the company of their so-called partner, then something is wrong. God cannot be the author of such a relationship. Moreover, He would not suggest that two people be together when they would be miserable in that relationship, because a relationship without love will no doubt become a sort of burdensome duty that makes life hell as time goes on. If God is involved, those two people will love and have great affection for themselves. Sometimes it happens automatically, and at other times it will be a gradual process. Whether gradual or instant, there should be shared love between them. We see this in the lives of Isaac and Rebekah, Ruth and Boaz, Jacob and Rachel. Without ever meeting him, Rebekah's heart was already pitched towards Isaac, such that she was ready to leave with Abraham's servant the next day without any form of delay. And when Isaac saw her, he loved her immediately and took her into his home. For Jacob as well, it was love at first sight with Rachel, while Boaz developed an affection for Ruth over time as she came to glean from his fields. In all of these cases, the two people involved loved each other. It was not a case of forced marriages. Apart from physical attraction, there should be other attributes that signify love for each other on both ends. Both should be willing to sacrifice the other person, be there to support, encourage, and uplift the other. When two people have this kind of mind and attitude towards each other, it's a sign that God wants them to be together. Number 4. Approval from other sources. Sometimes when two people come together in a relationship, they are faced with challenges from without. It could be that they did not get the approval of either or both parents, and the relationship comes to a standstill. It might also be that the friends or spiritual heads do not agree to the choice of either partner, and this might be a kind of hitch in the relationship. We must note that God will not come down from heaven to earth to speak directly to us. He uses humans and people around us to speak to us and confirm His will. One might be in love and think they have found the right one and the perfect fit for them based on how they feel during that period. The truth is that feelings can blind us to certain things, and we don't see the faults of our partner or consider some things objectively. So, for a man or woman in love, everything just seems perfect and rosy. Even the flaws of their partners would look cute during that period. However, people out there are not under the influence of such feelings and can evaluate things objectively without sentiments. True, there might be issues with parents based on cultural differences, social class, background, and other things. But what about friends, colleagues, people you associate with, and spiritual heads? All of these people cannot be wrong at the same time. If they seem not to approve of their relationship, it can only be that those two people are not meant to be. They are not perfect for each other. On the flip side, some couples seem to be perfect on the outside and have the approval of everyone around them, even though things are not going smoothly between them. That's to say that what people say is not the ultimate test you need to know if two people are perfect for each other or not. Yet, to a certain, or shall we say a large extent, this can be a sign that God is using to indicate if a couple should be together or not. Even if there is a kind of friction initially, and people are doubting the success of the relationship, or perhaps a parent would not give their consent, the sign that God wants those two people together is that He will work on the hearts of everybody involved and make them supportive of the relationship. He can even use any of these people to bring them together. And while God is speaking to someone, He will be confirming His word with another person, such that there is no doubt concerning whether the instruction is from God or not. In essence, having the approval and consent of people around is a sign that God wants two people together, and they are a perfect fit. It also means people have seen that the relationship would work well and is not one-sided.